right, welcome back to the podcast, everyone, where we hope you're ready to have some big fun. I'm your cadet, and with me, as always, is my out of this world best friend, Garrett.
Hi.
Hi. All right, Garrett, let's have a real talk for a minute here.
Okay.
So, over the weekend, I had the pleasure of going to see the newly anticipated Ryan Gosling movie, Project Hail Mary.
Ooh.
I know you're not like in depth to the movie scene as I am, but have you
Yeah.
seen anything for it?
I have seen some trailers and I thought it was so interesting. I didn't realize, is it in theaters now?
Yes, I think it's been out since last Thursday, Wednesday, I could be wrong.
Oh yeah.
Do you kind of know what it's about, or do you like want me to read you a synopsis of what it's about?
Um, you know what? Why don't you read me a synopsis on what it's about?
Okay, I'm gonna pull this straight from. Okay, let me get it. All right, so it is a science teacher named Rylan Grace wakes up on a spaceship with no recollection of who he is or how he got there. As his memory slowly returns, he soon discovers he must solve the riddle behind a mysterious substance that's causing the sun to die out. As details of the mission unravel itself, he calls on his scientific training and sheer ingenuity, but he may not have to do it alone. So, are you going to go see it before I continue?
I do plan to go see it. I do.
Okay.
I haven't really had the time. Um, it's been odd. It's an odd time in my life. So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Let me ask this: have you even seen like a trailer for it at all?
I have, but I saw it a while ago. So
Okay.
I know semi what it's about, but you'll have to give me a synopsis here.
Okay. As we go along, I'll explain a bit more because obviously the
Yeah.
trailer kind of, I don't want to say spoil it, but you do find out that Dr. Grace runs into an alien while he's in space,
Oh, okay.
and um, they speak another language, of course. So he kind of gives him the name Rocky because he looks like a giant rock, basically.
Oh, okay.
So it's very, very cute. But he finds out that Rocky is on the same mission as he is. So they both collectively work together to try to solve why their sons are dying. Like there's something that's
Oh,
eaten not just like the sun, but like other stars around it, except for one. So they're
yeah.
trying to discover what makes that star so unique and that it's not dying.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I did not know that this was another book adaptation until I saw ads for the book given its recent publicity. I have started to listen to the audiobook at work, and it is truly an adventure to be on. For a second, let's separate the two media for a moment. I believe that you can enjoy this film without having to read the novel.
Yeah.
What storylines they did include in the film was enough to carry the plot. Since the
Oh,
story is surrounded by science and space logic, I think the writer did a great job with condensing the science talks and explaining how and why the characters were doing what they were doing without making you think too much into it. So they would be like solving, like doing an experiment, and they would explain to the audience as they're doing it, and then they explain the outcome and why it was that.
okay.
So you were never left questioning, well, why did it have that kind of reaction, or what is this thing made of, or why does it react to the sun, and all those things.
Okay.
Because in the book, it does make you a bit intimidated, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It expands a lot on the science in the book, and I think the movie did a pretty fantastic job kind of, I don't want to say dumbing it down, but it was on an equal surface level of understanding.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, there was no intimidation once the plot was picking up, and we went through the science experimentations and run throughs of the film. I'm not sure if everyone in my theater was science nerds or just admired Ryan Gosling, but everyone was in sync with the humor of the movie. So, and what I mean by that is everyone was laughing at the jokes and actions of Dr. Grace and Rocky. They were probably the cutest duo of all time, if I'm being honest. They were really cute together.
Yeah.
People were tearful when the mood was toning down. Everyone gasped at the cinematography together. So, from the vibe I was getting at the very end was that everyone left very satisfied with the ending,
Yeah.
and it was so cute. A little side note: this I was sitting. There's a seat in between us, but this mom was with her two kids,
Yeah.
and I could tell that she read the book because throughout the movie, if something didn't quite make sense or they haven't got to like that flashback yet, I could silently hear the mother explaining to the daughter what it meant.
Oh,
So it
okay.
was very, very cute to see that. So since I have not listened to the book all the way through yet, I cannot speak on what exactly was missing from the plot, and maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much. I saw some reviews where people who read the book enjoyed the movie quite well, but of course they include what was missing or what they may have wanted to see. But I'll put it this way. The movie was entertaining enough to not rely on every aspect of the book to make it a success.
Yeah.
And I'll compare it with Dune. I have not read Dune in years. Like when the first film came out, I had to watch a brief in-depth video going over the first book so I could remember what to expect.
Man.
I don't know if you've seen the franchise yet or even touched the books.
N- no.
I'll take that as a no.
Unfortunately, no. I wish, but
No, it's a very complex franchise. There's even an original film that came out in, oh gosh, the 70s or 80s. And even that film, if you haven't read the books, it's complex in itself. I know and I've watched many people review the films who have not read the books or read them after, and they still enjoy the films.
yeah.
Dune speaking. And you can even say that about like Hunger Games and Harry Potter. Like, there are just
Yeah.
some movie books that you don't have to read it to enjoy yourself, you know?
Yeah.
There are just some movies where you can enjoy them without having to read the books, and Project Hail Mary is one of them. In the book, once they start getting into all the science talks, it does get very complex, like I mentioned earlier. So if you're not a science person or research organic biology in your spare time, then it does become a bit difficult to digest. Like it's one of those things where you have to constantly read it over, go back to understand.
Yeah.
So the writing in the film allowed for the science to be explained in the simplest of terms without making the audience feel like they would be incapable of understanding such high dense studies. Now,
Yeah.
my favorite part, the cinematography. It was breathtaking to say the least. And of course, that is because of Greg Fraser. He is truly a one of a kind cinematographer. To put into perspective, he did the Dune franchise. I know you haven't seen that. He did the new Batman with Robert Patterson. I don't know if you've seen that either. He worked on the creator and the Rogue One, a Star Wars movie or story. Sorry.
Oh.
Um, I truly hope he wins or at the very least gets nominated for an award. So far, Project Hail Mary is in my number one slot for movie of the year.
Yeah.
And how I judge that is its watchability, acting, and creativity. I would
Okay.
have no issue with repeatedly putting this film on in the background when I'm working, cleaning, or even trying to go to sleep. It's it has everything, I think. One
Yeah.
last thing that I think you'll also like that I adored about the film is its use of puppetry.
Oh, really?
Yes, bring it back, please. Please. Puppetry can do so much nowadays in films. Choosing to make Rocky a puppet made him look more alive, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He moved freely with Ryan on the sets, and you could tell it wasn't some CGI bulbul happening.
Yeah.
The entire set itself also looked real. Everything moved organically instead of feeling stale or artificial. Now, before we recorded today, I was just browsing on my phone, and an interview popped up of the puppeteer who did Rocky. Also, there was like I didn't know this. There's like 6 people working on this one puppet.
Dang.
Because he kind of has multiple legs, like a spider, kind of, but he's
Oh,
made of like
yeah.
I don't remember the name and I feel like stupid now, but he's made up of some material, but we'll just say rocks. Because
Okay.
he literally looks like a rock spider, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And before they would kind of bring in the Rocky puppet, the person who voiced Rocky and like help with the puppeteering, I guess he would choreograph with Ryan on the sets first before doing it with the puppet.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's like you rehearse with another actor, but you're rehearsing with the person and then the puppet that person's portraying. You know, it's very funny.
Yeah.
But I think movies like that don't happen anymore. And you obviously you can always tell when a movie kind of relies on CGI or like artificial art and stuff like that. But with this
Yeah.
movie, you can truly tell the passion that went into the project and why it took so long, like how like a long amount of years to complete because it shows that this movie is almost 100% perfect.
Wow.
And I see a lot of people saying the same thing. There hasn't been a movie this close to 10 out of 10 stars in a long time.
Man.
I
See
would
now.
probably say this is one of Ryan Gosling's top 5, even top 4 performances for me. And he even admitted this was the best time to do this kind of movie because if he would have been asked to do this in the future, he would have denied it.
Yeah.
It took a huge toll on him, and you can tell the complex of emotions his character has to go through. So I would definitely recommend maybe if it comes out by the time we go on a trip this summer, maybe I'll have us watch it. Maybe like outside when the
Yes.
stars are out or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think you would really like it if not for the comedic banter between Dr. Grace and Rocky.
Yeah. See that sounds like so much fun.
It is because I know a lot of movies that are like space or science related. Some people can kind of be like, eh, but again, it's one of those things where they combine humor with the science and math.
Yeah.
So you're enjoying the moments rather than trying to figure out one, how accurate is this? And two, if you completely understand what the characters are going or trying to do.
Yeah.
They point blank state it for you. So you can truly be in the moment. And I think there are sometimes a lot more complex movies where you're left kind of feeling like, am I the only one that didn't understand what was happening? Like, am I dumb? Or is it just me? Like maybe this
Yeah.
movie's not made for me. I think this is truly a movie that's made for anyone and everyone.
Wow.
Mhm.
See, there's not a lot of movies like that.
Mm-mm. At least at least in this generation, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about franchise movies either, because this is not a franchise movie. This is a one and done type movie.
Yeah.
So, but since we are talking about space, I did have a question for you.
Oh.
Um, if you could go into space, would you take the trip?
Ooh. You know, I think I would. I think a lot of people would be like, no, I would never.
Well, here's my next question then. If you said yes, how far would you be willing to go out?
I think it depends. Because there's not, we don't, we haven't explored that much of space. Um, Although I think we've already talked about this, we have explored more of space than we have our own ocean.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely feel like I would take the trip. But if I was to go anywhere, I don't know. I don't think it would be super far.
Because it is when you look at like obviously a 2D map, the planets don't look that far apart, but you have to remember it can sometimes take up to 4 years to reach a planet.
Yeah.
Time works very differently in space. So, again, it's one of those things how many years are you willing to sacrifice
Yeah.
to go travel? But if you're just like one of those people, it's like, I just want to go see the Earth or even to the moon and come back and be done.
Yeah.
That's a very simple trip. Now, if I had no connections to Earth, I would be one of those people that would go explore space and never come back and just like report my findings
Yeah.
and send back things like evidence in capsules.
See, that would be cool if I didn't have family here.
Yeah, how dare people care about me here? I want to go to space. Why couldn't everyone just hate me and leave me alone? But I think the furthest I would go is maybe to Jupiter cuz
Really?
that's my favorite planet.
Oh, I love that.
So but again, it's one of those things like maybe in the future when our technology is a bit more advanced, maybe it will be like those 50s and 60s cartoons like let's go to space for a day. Let's take a trip to Mars. Like
Yeah.
but if anything, I think we'd be a lot closer to sending people to Mars. Given that's the planet we keep going back to because that's one of the only planets we can actually land on and like do studies instead of base on.
Yeah.
Some other planets you get vaporized in the atmosphere or you would freeze to death.
Very true.
But I did find two videos about space for you
Oh, you did?
by two of my favorite space heads. I didn't want to find I know there's a lot of like quote scary like TikToks about space and like scary space facts you didn't know. But I didn't really want to scare you. I more wanted to educate you because space is one of those topics for me. I can go down a 48-hour rant about space for you.
Yeah.
Like if someone gave me the opportunity to talk about space, you would have to like literally tell me to please stop talking about space. That is like my kryptonite is like talking about space. So let me pull the first one up for you.
Space that blows your mind the most?
Honestly, I think the thing that really gets me, the thing that never stops feeling astonishing, is that every atom in your body was once inside a star. The carbon in your cells, the oxygen you're breathing right now, the iron in your blood, none of that was made on Earth. It was forged billions of years ago in stellar cores and then scattered across the galaxy when those stars died. So when you look up at the night sky, you're not really looking at something separate from you. You're looking at your own origins, written on a cosmic scale. Events that happened billions of years before Earth even existed, yet somehow led to this moment, to you standing there asking the question. And I find that deeply moving because it means the universe isn't just something distant or abstract. It's something we're part of. The universe has shaped us quite literally from the inside out. And the fact that it has also produced beings capable of looking back at it, wondering where they came from, that to me is one of the most extraordinary facts of all.
Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
It is.
I mean, because you sometimes think about the Big Bang, our universe created. You think about how evolution started on Earth, but I don't think sometimes you stop to think about the materials that are in space is also technically would be in us too.
Yeah. I think I heard this like in high school and everybody, I remember like some people would say like, "Oh, you're made up of stars." Well, that's kind of true,
Yeah, in a weird way, we're all stars in our own way. Next time someone tells you I'm a star, you say yes, you sure are, babe. You are. But again, it's just something you don't truly think about. I think you think more about the evolution process of
Yeah.
everything and everyone, but when it comes to like what we're made of inside, it really does originate from space, and that's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Especially since if you go into space without gear, you quite literally die. You're
Yeah.
being killed by what made you.
Exactly.
And then my other favorite little science head.
Now, they can't see us. And it's not because we're hidden. Imagine an alien civilization on a planet 50 million light years away, pointing a super advanced telescope at Earth. They wouldn't see cities, they wouldn't see humans, they wouldn't even see mammals. They would be watching dinosaurs walking across our planet right now. Because every time someone looks across the universe, they're staring into the past, not the present. And the crazy part is, the same applies to us. When you look up at the night sky, you aren't seeing stars as they are today. You're seeing them as they were millions of years ago. Some of those stars don't even exist anymore. They exploded long before humans evolved, but their light is still traveling toward us. This means something mind-blowing. We may have already found planets with life, but we're seeing them as babies just beginning. Because the universe is so big, even light, the fastest thing in existence, takes ages to cross it. So every time you look at a star, you're not only looking at ancient history, you are literally looking back in time.
Like, what? How trippy is that to think?
It's very trippy, but it's true. And that's, I mean, I cannot imagine an alien race looking back at us and seeing, oh, like
Our past,
dinosaurs.
basically.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think this brings up an interesting conversation of aliens. And there's a few theories out there, like the dark forest theory. I don't know. I like to entertain the idea that it's not just us out here. There's
there's no
no way
a
that it's just
trillions of
us.
galaxies or universe. There's absolutely no. I think they just haven't been able to get to us yet, and us to them. You cannot tell me we are the only organic life in this entire cosmos. You cannot convince me that we are the only intelligent organic life.
But now imagine this, because this kind of brings up what we just watched. What if there was organic life and now it's gone? Because we're looking at it from however long ago. Or what if we go out there to find this organic life and it is so far ahead of us in their evolution or in their intelligence? What are we going to do? Are they going to be friendly? Are they going to be mean?
Well, I mean, if I'm seeing dinosaurs on a planet, I'm coming for battle. I've come prepared.
That's true. But then again, when they show up, we won't have dinosaurs anymore. Who knows what we'll have at that point? If it'll be us or if it'll be something else.
But let's get into Cray's conspiracy mode for a minute. Let's say for a moment that maybe we have made contact with aliens before.
Oh.
I know we have everyone's favorite place, Area 51, but what if they actually aren't kept there or were kept there? What if it's like a stand-in? We're supposed to believe it's there, so they throw us off a scent.
Well, so have you... This is actually fairly new. Did you see what Obama said?
Yes, I did.
He said that aliens do exist, or that he believes that they exist, but they're not at Area 51.
Exactly. And you see how fast he had to retract that statement?
Yeah.
Even though he is no longer a president, he still has to be silenced.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sorry. Even Obama confirmed it. I got the green light. Everyone's right. That's all I know. You know you're in the green light when Obama gives you the thumbs up. Like, yeah, you guys are onto something. Keep it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe at one point we have. But I definitely think if there's any kind of evidence for that or any pieces left of it, I definitely don't think it's at Area 51 anymore. Or maybe it never was.
Yeah. So what if they realize that we know where it is and they've just moved it?
Yeah, it could have been that there's too much media popularity around Area 51. Like, well, crap, we gotta move this stuff before in case there is a storming on Area 51. You never know. People
Yeah.
are capable of doing the craziest thing for the smallest thing. Or maybe they said, let's set up a front to convince people this is where it happens. Meanwhile, in the backstage, this is where it actually happens, but they don't suspect it
Yeah.
because everyone thinks it's at this location. I mean, it's heavily guarded all the time. There's fences everywhere, there's signs everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would be the perfect front, and there could be stuff hidden in there, but it might not be what we think it is. I don't know.
There's a lot of things it could be, and it's just I can't wait to figure it out.
I just can't wait
This
for.
is
I
my
cannot
personally gonna
wait
do it.
for the day where they can no longer ignore this, and I get to shout when I'm in my retirement home. I was right. I was right. Suck it, Marjorie. But we
My
could
God.
spend an eternity going over conspiracy. Maybe we'll do an episode about conspiracy theories
Yes.
because I know there's definitely a lot, not just about space and aliens. Maybe we'll do a day where we pick maybe the oldest ones versus like the newest ones and like compare.
Yeah.
But that sounds good. Until then, though, we will move on to the Would You Rather segment.
Oh.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, ever since I think it was last episode or the one before that, I think it was when we kind of started going on Reddit for things.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I not gonna lie, I've kind of gone down the Reddit hole.
Oh.
So, guilty as charged. So, for the first one, would
Okay.
you rather be trapped in a 250 by 250 foot room with 500,000 European honeybees or with 10,000 Asian giant hornets for 24 hours? So let me set up the scene for you too, because I love how they describe the scene so you can't back out of an easy answer.
Yeah.
So you will be put in this inescapable room with no way to leave. You cannot let the bees or hornets out of the room. You must stay in the room for 24 hours. Neither species is provoked at first, unless you do provoke them. You cannot take any items or any for defending yourself. You can only wear a t shirt and shorts with closed toe shoes.
Mm. I hate this question because I am fucking terrified of bees and hornets and wasps. It makes it even worse that like I don't know if you know this about me, but a couple years I was in a entomology course that I never really got to finish, but one of the things that I hated the most was learning about bees and wasps.
Just little bees.
Yeah, until you realize that fucking I think hornets and wasps have a memory. They're like like specifically crows. They remember faces. And so if you fuck with a hornet, they'll get you. They'll follow you. They will find you. They don't care.
They're not Liam Neeson. They're not gonna follow you and destroy you.
I know, but there's 10,000 of them and they're giant and they hurt. And it doesn't matter if you provoke them, you know. Hornets don't really have I would say, a mind to know when they're really being provoked. You could stand just a little bit too close and they'd be like, oh my god, intruder, get it.
You know what your problem is?
What?
You need to start thinking bee.
What do you mean?
You don't remember that quote from the Bee movie?
I hate to tell you this, I have never watched the Bee movie all the way through.
Okay, that is a a culture crime. Everyone has to at least see the Bee movie once. Are you kidding me?
If I have, I don't remember. Because
Are you kidding me?
I wish I was kidding.
I don't know if I'm more disappointed or mad. I feel like I failed you as a friend.
No. And
I
listen,
failed.
I've
failed.
seen bits and pieces, like, but I never really got the chance to watch it myself because my parents didn't fucking know what it was, and they didn't know where to find it. Well, I never watched the Bee movie.
Oh, again, I just feel like I failed as a friend. Like,
I would much rather, if we're going to make this a thing about bees, I would rather be with the bees. The bees are less likely to attack you even if you're in their space. There's
okay.
I'd much rather be with the bees than the hornets. Hornets are very aggressive, and
Yeah, and they're Asian giant hornets. They're not just regular hornets.
yeah, but that's the thing, is that which one is more aggressive? Because like
Oh, the hornets for sure.
I could handle the bees.
The problem with bees are if you attacked one, it sends a signal to the hive mind, which means you are attacking all of them and you're now seen as a threat to them and their queen. So if you
It-
just sit there and don't piss them off, you have to be one with the bee, okay? One with the honeybee.
Yeah,
Hornets, you could look at them the wrong way and they're like, "Oh, what's up?
like yo,
You got something to
What-
say?"
we gonna play? Okay,
Like,
we play.
yeah.
Like
So I'm personally going with the honeybees.
yeah, me too. Not you cannot put me in a room with 1,000 or 10,000 hornets. Doesn't matter how many there are.
No, I would rather risk it with the bees, if I'm being honest. um, next one. Okay, would you rather eradicate the common cold for all people for the rest of time, or have a personal lifetime guarantee that you will never get cancer or dementia?
Ooh,
So let me read the little synopsis too. In the first case, all common cold viruses simply disappear from existence. You can tell people that happened because of you if you want, but you won't be able to prove it. In the second case, you just go on living your life, but your body and mind will never develop any cancer or dementia no matter what.
hmm,
Let me just say this too. One, they're right. You could say, "Oh, you have no cold because I cured it." No one's going to believe you.
yeah,
But if you're not looking for praise, second thing, there's always going to be some new form of cold, you know?
yeah,
Viruses and bacteria advance. That's how they work. They just do. There's no stopping it. So there could be no common cold today, but tomorrow there could be like, a more aggressive form of a cold.
yeah,
So in a way, you can never stop because it doesn't say eradicate every kind of, it just says the common cold.
yeah,
So technically there's room for a more aggressive and advanced version of a cold.
yeah,
And I guess you could say the second version's a bit selfish. But in the first one, if I eradicate one thing, but another thing replaces it that's even worse, then I kind of just made it worse for everyone.
yeah,
So, with that kind of logic, I would rather guarantee that I don't get cancer or dementia. One, because I do have history of cancer in my family, and that is a scary thing to think about.
yeah,
So, the thought of having that weight lifted off, and I think everyone could agree, those are two of the worst conditions that can happen to you.
yeah,
And the thought of knowing that that's prevented from happening to you, it lets you kind of live life a bit more freely, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Because dementia, typically develops at a certain older age, but you could get cancer before you're even born.
yeah,
Cancer has no timeline. It can happen anytime, any place on the body, even in your blood. It's one of those things that I don't know how we haven't sold a cure for it yet. But again, conspiracy. Maybe we have and they haven't told us. But so I would rather go with a personal lifetime guarantee of not getting cancer or dementia.
yeah. I'm honestly I'm gonna lean the same way because common colds are so easy to deal with. Common colds are not forever. Cancer and dementia could be forever. Dementia certainly is, but
Yes.
cancer, it's like you have like a chance or you don't. And I've seen cancer runs in my family. My mother had cancer. My grandfather passed away from cancer, and then my biological grandfather had cancer. But specifically, my family has I guess, bladder and rectal cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the worst.
Oh god, that and like
Like
thyroid
why?
cancer. Oh my god.
Yeah, and those two, the first two, are the ones that kind of runs in my biological family, and it's like, uh-oh, yikes. Okay.
And I look at it this way: you can definitely confirm one over the other. Of course, I
Yeah.
would love to save everyone from a disease like that. I always wish I could snap my fingers and make things happen for other people, but there is more logic in choosing the second one because the first one, again, like I said, it's not a guaranteed something worse is going to come after it.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just wasted like a
Yeah.
wish, basically. So, as much as I would like to save, if it was a more aggressive disease, I would pick eradicate that disease for old people. But a common cold, I'm sorry, there are worse things than a common cold.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. You have to have colds. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The cold, let's just say colds aren't that bad. It's a simple cold. Get a little sniffly, sneeze a lot for a week or so, and you're okay.
That
You're
definitely
gonna,
has to be an older post because come on, a common cold.
yeah.
There are far worse things now than a cold.
Like, jeez.
Okay, I thought
Oh.
this one was very interesting.
Oh,
Don't judge me, please. And this was only 23 hours ago, too. So, would you rather be held captive by a gentle, obsessed being or have all food/drinks taste like ash for the rest of your life? So, let me read it for you. Would you rather some obsessed, otherworldly creature capture you, keep you, but never physically harms you, but is obsessed with you, which they think they love you, and you can never leave or get slaved? Did I say slaved? Saved. Sorry, that came out really wrong. It's saved. um, and then I love this part. They said edit it to add to this. The creature is obsessed with you, so obviously you would live in luxury they provide. It is really luxury if you can. Is it really? I'm sorry. This person really thought about this. And then they questioned, they're like, but is it really a luxury if you can never leave, though? So
oh my
you
god.
can door A or door B. Have all food/drinks taste like ash when you consume them for the rest of your time. And yes, you can still remember how they used to taste, how they're supposed to taste, and yes, you have to eat to maintain life. No IV medicine loopholes, but nothing else in your life changes.
I love how they just added obsessed gentle at the end.
Also, I'm sorry. Is this even a debate? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I would much rather be with the gentle obsessed being because, like, what? Also, I think this person just wants to be held captive by a gentle obsessed being.
I'm
And
just
the
judging by their
second thing-
username too. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Second thing, the the second half is definitely because they read Beastars or like
Okay.
watched Beastars.
Okay.
Because like, listen, that's exactly what he fucking says. Is that all food tastes like ash in his mouth when he eats it. That's what
So
Melon says.
we're just judging this up to this person's obsessed with dark romance and Beastars is what I'm
Yes.
getting at.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's where I'm getting this from.
But wouldn't that just tease you? You know what this food's supposed to taste like, but all you taste is ash.
Yeah.
That is just teasing you.
Like, by the way, I just want to say that they put a good time with a terrible time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think this needs to be debated. I'm sorry. It's not like they even specifically said they never physically harm you. Their obsession is that they love you. I'm sorry. I wish I could find that in a man.
Yeah.
Like, where's the wrong? Like, I'm sorry. And it doesn't specifically say what kind of obsessed being, so it could be honestly anything to your imagination at this point. I mean, they're taking care of you. What's the like? I'm sorry. Some people want that, and that's me. I don't care what kind of form you come in. I welcome you.
That's
That was
so
probably the
funny.
easiest one out of
Yeah.
all of them. I'm sorry. There's no debate. I just thought the prompt was too funny to ignore.
No,
But
that's perfect.
I knew we wouldn't have much of a debate with that one. Okay. This one's interesting though. Would you rather have infinite gift cards for the rest of your life or have everything cost half price for the rest of your life? So, you cannot use either ability to make a profit. For example, you can't sell gift cards or anything you buy with gift cards. Anything you buy for half price, you can only sell for half its value. You can only get gift cards for companies and stores that offer gift cards, and you can only buy goods and services you can actually buy with gift cards. So things like houses, cars, rent, medical bills, taxes, and finances still have to be bought or paid with cash. But look, half prices, obviously, that would be the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like listen, I love a good gift card. I think they make some of the best gifts for people. But I feel like it kind of limits. I feel like it would take care of a lot of expenses. Like you could argue it would pay for my house or my food, my clothing, maybe some electronics, and then I could save money to buy a nice house and buy good insurance.
Yeah.
Cuz honestly, you can get almost everything with a gift card
Yeah.
except for what it said like taxes, houses, medical bills. But honestly, if you're saving money from buying excessive stuff, you could save a lot of money if you're very smart and buy a decent house, get good insurance, and pay your taxes on time.
Yeah.
At least that's how I'm looking at it. But again,
Well,
it's one of those things like, do you want to have that or do you just want things to be half price?
yeah. So here's my thinking is that when you've got two options here, the infinite gift cards for the rest of your life or half cost price for the rest of your life. And like half cost sounds great. But the gift cards personally sound like the better option. I literally, as you were talking about this, reading it, I had to look up. You can't buy a house with a gift card.
No, no, you cannot. Can you
No.
imagine?
Which by the way, in our last episode, we said, what is the most embarrassing thing in our search history? That. Me asking if I could buy a house with a Visa gift card.
You know what, though? In this economy, that's a valid question. That is a
Yeah.
valid question.
But I also looked up if I can transfer the gift card money into my bank. You can. So technically, you could make this free money. Not just gift cards. You could just take the money and transfer it to your bank account and then buy a house. And at that point it's like, what is the need for you know, for half pricing everything? Also, just want to say, if you half price everything, I see the problem of what if prices go up again?
You're right.
And then it's the half, you're not getting a half price of that. It's still going up. And then you might as well say, oh, well, fuck it.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, I could pay for a lot of things with gift cards and worry about saving money for like a very decent house
Yeah.
and good insurance. Cuz you literally you could buy clothes, electronics, you can even do like DoorDash with credit cards now.
Yeah.
Shoe places, you get like Best Buy for like electronics. I don't think there's no like real limitation besides like house properties and like medical bills. But God knows they could probably start doing gift cards with those, you know?
Yeah.
So I think we're both pretty set on the gift cards.
Yeah.
I don't mind paying for a house if I have all this money I'm saving from not buying like food and clothes and
Yeah.
etc.
You could, by the way, this gives you the opportunity to live literally anywhere you want in the world.
Ooh, that's also true.
So you could buy any house you wanted this way. I think if I had that choice, it would be Tahoe. Tahoe's like,
Ooh, we could go halvesy on a cabin.
yeah,
Ooh, see?
we can't do this because like I want it to be real so bad. Oh my god.
I think it will happen one day, just maybe not tomorrow. I don't have enough gift cards yet. All right. This one is a banger to end on because I love it. So, would you rather isekai with a random power but you choose the world, or isekai to a random world but you choose the power? Do you kind of know what an isekai is?
No, I
It's
have
it's
no idea.
mostly an anime term, but there are a lot of Western portrayals of it. So it's a genre where characters are transported to, reborn, or trapped in a parallel universe, often featuring fantasy elements, game like mechanics, or reincarnation.
Okay.
So like a Western portrayal of it would be like Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, Chronicles of Narnia, Star
Oh.
Wars.
Hmm.
I'm stuck between two.
And what's that?
I'm thinking Pandora from like Avatar
Ooh.
or One Piece, the anime. So I'm stuck between those. But the question would be like, would I rather? I think I would rather choose which world I go to. So I would rather pick between Pandora or One Piece and then just have a random power chosen for me.
Yeah.
So I guess for like Pandora, I guess a random power would be like a random skill. Like am I good with like a bow, a spear? Can I communicate with Awa? Like, and then One Piece, it would be like, what kind of devil fruit or hockey do I have? You know.
Yeah.
So I would rather choose where I go rather than what gift I receive
Yeah.
because I can control where I go and then perfect my element around that.
Yeah. See, I feel like I'd do the same thing. I think if we to like a random world, um I would want, I think this is, I would say this sounds crazy, but like it's me and I don't think this is like too bad. But like I think I would do How to Train Your Dragon. Or
Ooh.
How to Train a Dragon, not How to Train Your Dragon, Jesus. How
Um,
cool would it be to have it? Shut up! Don't.
no, I'm still laughing about the title because I would have pronounced it the exact same way if I'm being honest. I have said it that way before, and people
Yeah,
have looked at me like I've said the most monstrous thing. So
it's.
would you here's a question though. Would you rather be a dragon or be the person with a dragon?
I want to be the person with a dragon. You know,
Mhm.
this is that's like this is gonna sound so crazy, because like I work with dogs, so I want to be in a universe where I'm still gonna be working with animals. This time I'm gonna be with dragons, bro.
I don't know if I like that idea. I don't know if I like
Oh,
that idea.
I think it's a grand idea.
I don't know if I like the idea of you controlling a dragon.
Flying through town like an idiot.
No, I think you'd most likely crash through
Oh,
through
you know
town.
what? Okay. Another universe that I think I'd put myself in is like Skyrim, Elder
Ooh,
Scrolls.
that's a pretty good throwback one.
Yeah, I actually replayed Skyrim for the first time since I was young. I think it was gifted to me by a friend. It was so good. But I played it within the weekend. No side quests, no nothing. I didn't play around. I was just like, let's just do it.
I
and
didn't
get
come
it
to
done.
mess around, guys.
And like I got it done within the weekend. And I told my friend, I said, yeah, I finished it. And they were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I finished it. They're like, you defeat the. And I'm like, yeah. They were like, how was that possible? I'm like, I just didn't stop playing it all weekend.
Although, imagine us being in the world of Wizard of Oz.
Oh my god.
Like, just. I feel like we would be the type of people Dorothy wouldn't want to run into. I feel like we would lead her down the more chaotic path. Think we're helping, but we're really not.
Yeah. But like, Dorothy, where you going? And she's like, I think I'm just gonna go this way. You guys
Also,
have
imagine
fun.
the types of songs we would sing, like when we're introduced.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh
On our
boy.
Tahoe trip, I guess, I put on the soundtrack to The Wizard of Oz.
No, the best was you didn't realize how long one of the songs was.
Which one was that? That was the one about the lion.
It
When he
was,
was talking
yeah,
about
the
his
lion
courage, and I'm
one.
sitting there like, what the fuck?
And we're like, it's still going. It's still hasn't found that courage yet. Maybe one day.
He'll figure it out eventually.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
All right. Now we are going to be determining flags in a relationship.
Oh.
I guess you want to read one and then I read one and then we alternate.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Okay. My bad. Oh. I got an itchy nose lately.
Now everyone knows
God.
that.
My bad. Everyone's gonna know that I have an itchy nose. Okay. Lack of emotional support. I think obviously this is like a big red flag in a relationship. I think having someone there that you can talk to as well. Like obviously, here's the thing about the lack of emotional support. It can be very one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and make up an example here. It's one thing where you and your partner are communicating with each other and able to talk to each other about your feelings. And then there's one thing where you are upset because it depends, it doesn't matter what you're upset about, whether it's something that happened in the relationship, something that happened, within conversating, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, and you're upset and you're crying, and you're looking for, that emotional support within your partner, and they just sit there stone faced and come up with this, it seems like this pre-written script of, oh, I'm sorry. I would hate that.
Yeah.
I'd rather
yeah.
have a partner who's able to sit with me and be like, wow, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. Maybe we could talk about it.
Maybe we could talk. Yeah, I agree too. I think it would be a red flag for me because I'm also looking at this in future context. Like, let's say, like, I'm pregnant and I'm
Yeah.
getting close to labor. There's a lot of support that needs to go into that process.
Yeah.
And I feel like obviously they're not going to know what I'm going through, but it's just having the emotions to like appeal to what I'm going through, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like you can see me in pain. You can have an emotional response to that and know that, oh, I need to be there for her.
Yeah.
I mean, one, because I would hope you wouldn't want to see me or your partner in pain, but two, I'm also bringing your child into this world. Like,
Exactly.
there's so much risk to pregnancy, especially delivery, and it doesn't just have to be that context either. I'm just picking that's like a heightened example. Most
Yeah.
women say their partner was not there for them emotionally. That's a very straining time on a woman,
Yeah.
probably in their life. Like if they decide to have children, that's the most straining thing that could happen in their life. That's a very emotionally, physically, and mentally draining process to go through.
It is.
And if I don't think I have a partner that I could see handling that situation correctly, I would not continue to be in that relationship. I need to know that you're on my team and we can work together.
Exactly. Like I
Let's
need support.
Let me see. Second one is codependency.
Mm.
So I think so I like a clingy boy. And what I mean by that is I like someone that likes to be with me, that
Yeah.
has that desire, that urge to be with me. I'm not saying they have to devote every second to me, but what I mean is they yearn to spend I shouldn't have to ask them to spend time with me.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be that balance of recognizing me as your partner versus your mother.
Yeah.
I've had issues in the past where I started to become the mother rather than the partner.
Yeah.
And to me, that's where I draw the line at codependency. Like this is what happened to me too. If you don't want to go to the store by yourself, I'll go with you. Let's
Yeah.
find a time we can both go. But if you're saying you can't go unless I go, that's when it becomes like a we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
But if it's more of like a I like it when we go together, that's fine. Let's go together, babe. I'll go with you. I don't mind. If you're like, I been waiting to go see this exhibit, but I want to wait for you. That's fine. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
But if you try to say I can't go because you won't go with me, that's when it becomes a bit
Like
of
that's
an issue. Like
yeah.
it's to me, you can do things without me, but if you choose to want to do them with me, that's fine. But if you're trying to blame me or saying you can't do something without me, that's when it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather go to the store with my partner, but if I have to go by myself, that's fine. Just let me know if you need anything.
Yeah.
But that's like me going up. That's like if you and I when we go to Tahoe and we go to the store, Garrett, I need you to walk with me to the fruit section or else I can't get fruit. And I'm gonna be really mad at you if we can't do that. Like, no, that's no. I would ask, hey, do you want to go get fruit and maybe on the way back? Or like I'll say, do you want to meet at this section after I'm done with the fruit? Like so
Yeah.
I see
I
it
get
as a
that.
beige, I guess, because it depends how you look at it. Because again,
Yeah.
I like a boy that's clingy, but if you try to blame me that you cannot do something without me, or you can't do something alone, that's when it becomes a bit of an issue.
Yeah. See, okay. How I see codependency is kind of like this I can't do it without you, like you're
Mhm.
talking about. I think clingy and being codependent is two different things. It's okay to be clingy. It's okay. For
I like a
everyone
good
out there that's like,
octopus. Like,
I don't like clingy men. Screw you. I like clingy men.
screw you. I like clingy men.
I love clingy men. I know clingy men. I have people in my life that are clingy men. And that's okay. I love those men. They're great. But there's a point in which it becomes clingy and then becomes not clingy and becomes codependent. And I've seen it a lot. And I've been in relationships where this codependency is an issue where, and I've seen it for myself. Like I have friends who are in or have been in codependent relationships. And it's hard to see and hard to be in because sometimes I just be wanting my alone time, I want to be at peace where it's quiet. Like I have moments where I'm just like I need to be in my room where nobody is talking to me, like not even my friends. Like I need complete silence so that my battery can recharge. But there are people that are like, nope, I'm gonna be in your space 24/7, never let you go, constantly be touching you. Like,
I think the issue too is sometimes when people hear I need space, sometimes people take that as you don't like me in this moment.
yeah, no,
When it's not the case.
it's I love you. I am just tired. That's what it is. Like I've known people that are like, I'm like, I need space. They're like, oh, so you want to break up with me? And I'm like, no, I'm not saying I want to break up with you. I'm saying that in this moment, I'm gonna go to my bedroom. I'm gonna turn off all of my devices, and I'm gonna lay down and take a nap. That's literally what I
If I
need.
want to break up with you, I would use the words, I think we should break up.
Yeah, because I feel like, I need to break up is better than I need to take a nap if I want to break up with you.
I need to take
Okay.
a nap. Code for we're breaking up.
Like I promise you, I'm not breaking up with you. I'm just really fucking tired. Time for my nap. I'm like an old man. Need my naps. Damn. Like I feel bad, but like, I need my space. And I don't think everyone understands that need for space.
Mm-mm.
I think some people are confused and they are like, "Oh, but you love me, right?" And I want people to know that, like, yeah, I do love you. That's not my issue. It's just, I get overwhelmed so easy. And I need time to relax for a little bit. And that's okay if you need time to relax. But it's not okay when all you want to do is be in my space all
Mhm.
the time and need to go with me everywhere. Um, like I'm not gonna. I feel like if I give out my example, everyone's gonna know who it is.
Yeah.
Um,
I can already sense
unfortunately,
it.
but like there are people who I know, and it's not just them. It's not just this person and like their partner. I know like four other people who are in this kind of relationship in their life where it's hard to distinguish between the two of them. And what I mean by that is that like if you invite one person and say, "Hey, do you want to come over?" automatically their partner is going to be there when you didn't invite them.
Mm.
It's they're constantly together. So you never know if you're going to be alone or not. And usually it's no.
Yeah.
And so in that case, it's like, okay, whatever, I guess. It's hard. It really is. But personally, codependency is a huge red flag. Clinginess, no. Love it. Green flag. Codependency, can't do it. Anyways.
Your turn.
Yeah. Conflict avoidance.
I don't mind if someone prefers to stay out of like issues and drama.
Yeah.
There's a difference between loving to spill tea with your partner than having them always be involved in drama, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a green flag if they can avoid conflict.
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't know if this technically falls under it. I don't think it has to result in a fight. I always hope it never does. But I do also believe when there is a conflict, and let's say I'm at an event with my partner, and there's someone heckling me or like yelling at me, berating me, throwing belittling terms at me, I would hope my partner would stand up for me
Yeah.
instead of just sitting there watching me take like these harsh words and seeing it affect me negatively. I'm not saying you need to go and punch a guy. I don't want that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
stand up for me. Like you don't standing up for someone does not automatically mean getting into a fight.
Yeah.
Like I truly believe that men solve things with words. When it leads to violence, that means you're dealing with a child.
Yeah. Like,
So
unless the situation truly calls for it, it is not needed. Like, I could see a
yeah.
situation where, like, someone is being violent first, where you
Mhm.
need to fight back.
Like I would hope this never happened, but let's say we're out on the town or we went somewhere. Let's say I get straight up slapped in the face and I'm down on the ground.
Yeah.
At that point, I would hope you would get physical to protect me in your honestly,
Yeah.
like it's one of those things where that when it becomes a safety issue, that's when you kind of have to realize I may have to get physical with this person.
Yeah.
But not every situation requires that. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying to read the room and decide for yourself. I trust you as an individual to make the call, but that doesn't mean I automatically want you to go swinging.
Yeah.
There's no need for that. Like I said, men can solve things with words, but if they're violent, that means they're a child. Don't get on their
Yeah.
level. They're not worth it.
Now, I see how you're seeing this as, I guess avoiding a fight, like a physical fight. Almost. Am I right? Or
I said that's one. I know because again, it's like conflict can mean a conflict in a relationship or outside conflict.
yeah.
If it's like they prefer not to start drama or get involved with drama that doesn't need their involvement, that's your green flag if they avoid it.
Yeah.
If they don't stick up for you, that's more of a red flag to me. But if we're talking in context of, let's say we have a disagreement or a fight and they choose to avoid the conflict between that, then that's also a red flag because that tells me you cannot communicate with me.
Yeah. See, that's kind of where I'm seeing this. Is
Okay.
that if we get into a fight and my partner decides that they don't want to have a conversation with me about our fight, I see that as conflict avoidance.
Mm-hmm.
It's I want to have a conversation. I don't want to fight. None of us want to fight. That's not the point. It's I want to sit down and have a conversation with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that we can talk about it and understand what happened and what went wrong. It's okay to have a conversation with somebody. Doesn't mean the relationship's going to go kaboom when, sorry.
Crack a tower. That's me whenever I'm upset. In case anyone wants to know, I'm like Squidward with Krakatoa. Just
Oh my god, I don't know why I went.
sorry.
My bad. No, it's so funny. Anyway, it's the how I'm seeing this is that um you know, I the relationship doesn't have to end because of one little fight. And I think a lot of people when they hear, "Oh, you're fighting in your relationships." Oh, it's okay to have arguments in your relationships. And people who argue in their relationships do the respectful thing and talk about it. We don't just ignore it and expect it to go away.
Please, I mean, you don't have to have the same opinion, but that involves communication,
Yeah,
which I think some people don't want to communicate because they're trying to avoid a future conflict. But the problem is that builds up over time, and the
yeah,
littlest things will make your partner react when that isn't really what's bothering them. It's the original disagreement.
yeah. Why make it worse by pretending it never happened? I'd much rather my partner actually communicated with me about our fight than
Mhm.
just pretended it never happened.
Yeah, I guess this one's a bit of a however way you look at it type of
Yeah,
flag.
it depends on, you know, what kind of conflict and how the conflict is happening.
Mhm. Whereas this next one is just plain old jealousy.
Ooh.
Now, okay, we're all human beings, unless you're a lizard man in disguise. But let's for a minute assume you're human. Jealousy is a natural emotion. I really don't care what people say. There's jealousy everywhere. And it doesn't just have to be like I'm jealous of this person or like it could be, oh, I'm jealous that your friend so and so gets to see you all the time and I don't. I'm jealous that your coworkers see you more than I do, or I'm jealous your family sees you more than I do. It doesn't have to always be a negative thing.
Yeah.
Um where I see where I start seeing red, let's say, I was seeing this person once who loved to purposely make me jealous in public.
Ooh.
And it wasn't like a cute, like, "Oh my god, did you see them looking?" It was like, "What would you do if I flirted with that person right now?"
Is this who I think it is?
No, it's
Or is this
not.
somebody else?
It's somebody else.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
really?
yeah, it was like a I think she was checking me out, and they would always look for my reaction,
Ooh.
or they
Mm-mm.
would if I would be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" "I'm texting so and so." Or I'd be like, "Oh, who is that?" "You don't know her." Or "She's a friend," or, like, like, stuff like that that people know kinda make you think, like, "Is there a reason I should be apprehensive?" Or because the way you're
Yeah.
wording it and phrasing it and, like, your tone is making me feel a bit uneasy. Um,
Yeah.
but so I one of my I'll say this too, this is not in the one of my icks is when people purposely make you jealous.
Yeah.
It's not cute being in a situationship like that. It is very taxing on you as an individual.
Yeah.
I don't think it's funny. It's not cute. It, it doesn't do what you think it does.
No.
Um, I don't. This is where I lean a bit to the green, like a yellow green, we'll say. I think
Yeah.
it's very cute when guys have that teensy bit of jealousy, but you don't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you wear a very attractive outfit. You're not
Yeah.
purposely seeking attention, but you're doing it to look good for your partner.
Yeah.
And let's say your partner maybe notices someone across the room staring at you.
Yeah.
I think having that teeny bit of jealousy is that reinsurance that that person's still into you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's cute in that manner. But when you are
Yeah,
doing it purposefully to get a reaction, that's different.
exactly. I think there's a difference between no man should ever look at you versus, you're wearing that special outfit tonight. I wish we were alone, like together, like having a private dinner or something. It's a
Yeah.
difference between trying to isolate you versus admiring you, we'll say.
Yeah.
I think having that just a tiny bit of innocent jealousy shows that that person's still interested in you.
Yeah.
But I think when someone assumes someone's into you or makes assumptions about your purposely seeking attention, that's when it becomes kind of like I don't think it's what you think it
Yeah.
is. Like, I was just hugging my friend goodbye. Like, it was like that awkward church side hug. Like, it wasn't like a full embrace.
Yeah.
So I think it depends how you see jealousy. But again, I also advocate that you should never purposely make someone jealous. It never works out.
No.
But so I don't really know what color flag. I'll say like a yellow green,
Yeah, it's
but
one of those where it depends on how it's the context.
it also depends on the person
Yeah.
and how they react to certain situations. Like, there are some features on me I cannot hide.
Yeah.
They're visible. I'm sorry. There are some features of myself I cannot hide, no matter what I do. But it does not mean I'm purposely trying to show off for other people than my partner. It
Yeah.
just means I have certain features my partner is aware that I have, and other people might take notice. But at the end of the day, I'm going home to you. So in reality, they should be jealous of you, not the other way
Yeah.
around. But it's very sweet you think that because that lets me know that you still are interested in me. But
Yeah. Like at that point, that's where it's, flattering, the
yes,
jealousy.
yes.
But there's a point where it's not.
Yeah, or like that typical thing where girls do a video of them getting ready for like a girls' night out and they're very beautiful and all dolled up. And the guy's like, "Where are you going like that?" And they're like, "Oh, out with my friends." And you see them get very like that, like, "Let's cover you up." Like, it's very cute
Yeah.
because it also shows that you care how I present myself outside.
Yeah.
I think that's very considerate considering like, women are more prone to like unfortunate situations, we'll say. Like,
Yeah.
it's a fact. Like, no matter what you do, women are more prone to it. So I think it's very caring when they're concerned like that. Because again, they're
Yeah.
saying you look very attractive, but at the same time, they're thinking whoa, I don't want people looking at you like I look at you, and I know what they're gonna think. But it just I think it depends on the person at the end of the day
Yeah.
and how they handle jealousy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a hype man. Like, I know you're attractive. I know someone's gonna think I will hype you up all the time because I know at the end of the day they're with me.
Yeah.
So, and I think there also has to be trust. Like, if you're jealous all the time, there's a lack of trust somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but if you have a secure relationship, you should be hyping your partner up.
Exactly.
Like, "Oh, that shirt really uh shows off your muscles good. Like, it makes you look very sturdy," or like, "Those shorts make you look caked up, my guy. Like, congratulations." Like, I wish I had a butt like that, Like,
Yeah.
I think the same way guys compliment girls, girls should do the same to guys.
Yeah.
Because I think no matter who it is, we all want a little hype,
Yeah.
I think instead of being jealous, you should like hype them up like, "Yeah, I see you, I acknowledge it. I know other people are gonna acknowledge it, but just know I'm your hype man going home with you at the end of the night, my guy." Like,
Yeah. Okay. So, lack of social connections. How do you feel about that one?
Um, if it's a choice, I might be a bit iffy
Yeah.
because I can't judge because I have a very small group of friends. I
Yeah.
moved around a lot as a kid. Um, it was hard to stay in contact with people. So I don't have a lot of friends either. And sometimes I don't make new friendships. 'Cause it's a bit hard for me, but I'm always
Yeah.
open to meeting people. And if my partner introduces me to his friends, I will, of course, make the absolute effort to see if we can, intermix.
Yeah.
My problem would be if they are refusing to interact with friends.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I introduce you and like three other people we knew or know to my partner, and I'm like, hey, we're all going to like a dinner and bowling after. Do you want to come? And they're like, no. And every time we extend an olive branch, it's like, no, no, no. That's when it gets a bit, we ever going to do things with our friends or like, because
Yeah.
I'm one who enjoys alone time. I am an advocate for you have to have alone time. But at the same time, partners have friends. Sometimes those
Yeah.
friends came before you. So there's already an established connection. You have to be able to join into that, or else
Exactly.
there's going to be a disconnect with you and the partner.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a red flag to have to like a small friend group. I think it's more of a red flag to refuse to open up connections, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So if it's something they can't really help, I understand that. But I think it's if they're lacking to link with connections, I think that's when it becomes an issue for me. What it would be like a red flag, like you're not willing to interact with my friends, my family, like my friends' friends.
Yeah.
Like I'm not asking you have to date them too, but just understand they're in my life. And if we do events, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
So again, like if it's them refusing to, it's a red flag.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree on that front. Because it's like I want you to be involved in my friends too, not just the other way around, you know?
Mhm.
I think it's a little weird. When I was dating my ex-boyfriend, I was always constantly involved with his friends. And we both had a shared friend group. That's kind of how we met. Was that actually I'm gonna say how me and my ex met in high school. Sid.
Ugh. Sorry.
I know. So Sid and I met in high school, I think my freshman year. Um I think he would say that it was not my freshman year. It would have been like he would have said, God knows, I think sophomore. But I'm like 100% sure it was freshman because this one kid that we know, Harrison, shout out to him. Um Oh
I
my
wasn't
god.
expecting that shout out, sorry.
It's okay. We both know how he was in high school,
Yeah.
Harrison.
Mm.
Um and the only reason I say shout out to him is because if it weren't for Sid, I wouldn't have met all of my current friends and gone down the path of life that I had. That one moment changed it. And this is the weirdest way I could have ever met somebody. He came over to me and I had just realized that like I was really into like the furry community. Like I loved the artwork. It was so nice and like I started drawing like anthropomorphic characters and I thought it was so cool. He realized that. He goes, "Oh, are you a furry too?" And I went, "Too? You know somebody else?" He dragged my ass over to Sid, and Sid was sitting in this giant group of people, including with one of my like my childhood friends. had been wondering where they went. I found them, and Sid and I hung out for a little bit, and then Sid suddenly kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. Um, I think Sid just like went to a different school or got homeschooled. I'm not sure. I'm not going to air all his business out, because that's not fair to him, despite what he's done to me. The Where was I going with this? Oh yeah,
I don't know, but I'm letting you go.
we had
I'm
a
letting you
shared group of
cook.
friends. We had a shared group of friends, and then I remember one day they were like, "Oh yeah, Sid wants to talk to you." I'm like, "What? Sid? Sid wants to talk to me again? I thought Sid died. I thought Sid was dead."
You had a eulogy and everything.
I don't know if you remember, because Sid didn't go. I don't know if you remember when we were in club together. We had this whole conspiracy theory of what happened to him.
Oh, an anime club?
Yeah, or was it? No, it
Oh.
was Furry and Cosplay Club, because that one was just where we went and hung out. I don't know if you remember that. That was such a non-success.
Yeah, that was before Anime Con or Anime Con, Anime Club.
Mm-hmm. And we would just sit there and lunch and draw on the whiteboard. And the teacher was so sweet, just kind of let us do our thing and was never in the room.
I don't know how they let us officially have the title club. It was just 3 people drawing on a whiteboard. I'm talking about how to style wigs. And you're over there drawing dogs. This is not a club.
And then I don't know if you remember when we messed around with the, what was it, that board, and we wrote down all of our theories about everything that happened that night and try to put it together and solve the mystery. I have videos. It was so funny. And there was just that one kid too who just like was coming in there because it was inside, because it was cooler.
Yeah.
And
they were trying to seek shelter.
Yeah, and like they were a friend of mine, but I, in passing, heard them like talking mad shit about us. I don't know if I ever told you that.
No.
Yeah.
What?
They were talking to like
What?
this group of like 7 other girls, and they were like talking shit about all of us, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I just like moved on. And the funniest part, by the way, is that club is still talked about. It is. When Jake was in high school, my brother, he goes, "You know they still talk about it, right?" And I'm like, "Talk about what?" And he was like, "That furry and cosplay club that you did." I'm like, "Really? No way!"
I'm gonna come clean too. I had no idea what the club name was.
Oh, I know.
Someone heard me say cosplay. They're like, "You like cosplay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like cosplay." They're like, "Well, I know what room you need to." It was like that Orange High School host club moment. You need to go to room so and so. I open up the doors, but instead of flowers and music, I was introduced to just 2 people sitting on their desk with their heads down on paper, scribbling furry art.
Yeah, the best
And I'm
part
like,
was
"So you
that
guys know how to style a wig?"
Sid introduced us. That was who brought you to that. Because you walked in with him.
Oh my god, I did.
So if I never
was
met Sid, we would have never met. Shout out
I
to
think
Sid.
we would have met. I don't think we would have met it soon, but I had a few classes with Harrison and someone
That's true.
else. So I think it would have been delayed because I didn't open up much. I just came from Germany. So I didn't really talk to much
Right.
people. So I think it would have been a lot later on.
Yeah.
But I think it was kind of sped up.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
Anyways, the point of this conversation was that like our friendship, or our friend groups were kind of combined. So when I broke up with Sid, I lost all my friends. Most of them, at least. And it felt weird. Like all these people that I went to high school with after this breakup, because of my lack of social connections outside of him, it led to basically being alone. I had like a handful of people on my side, and it was awful. Like I was getting texts from these old friends like, you should apologize to Sid. I'm like, I'm not apologizing to him because he is an awful person.
That's when you wished you had those lack of social connections.
Yeah. Like, are we kidding? So I lost all these people, and like I even saw them at one point because one of them would take care of my pets when I was away, and I went over there thinking it was just gonna be me picking up my animals, and I walked in and it was a group of 12 of my old friends all looking at me and judging me. And I've got Ender there too. Like we're both like being stared down like we're criminals. And they were like, "Did you know it's this person's birthday?" And I was like, "No, happy birthday." It was just so awkward. It's like I'm in a room full of people that I know are still friends with Sid. It was so weird. I don't talk to these people anymore.
Those
But
social connections are closed.
yes, but that's, I think, in a way, this is where I'm gonna bring it all together here. I promise. I think social connections are good, but it's good to have separate friends. You know, it's okay to have friends that don't hang out with your partner. Like if you're gonna go out with a certain, like it's fine to not involve your partner. In every hangout or in every friend group, you know. Sometimes mixing just isn't a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it, I don't know. I that's my take on it. Is that sometimes it can be good, but sometimes it can end really badly. You lose friends that you've known for a long time.
But you try and you try.
Yeah.
I think this next one's going to be a pretty fast discussion. At least I hope so. Chewing with their mouth open. No, I'm sorry.
No.
Close your mouth, please. We
Can't
have
do
lips
it.
for a reason. We keep them closed. Or if you like, if we're talking and we're eating, at least cover your mouth with your hand, please.
Yeah.
I don't need to see your food mixing together. I don't need to see the molecules coming together. I don't need to see it, please. I really don't. Please just close your mouth.
No, absolutely agreed. I don't think there's any real discussion to happen with this one.
There's not. That's a red flag. Moving on. No
Okay.
debate.
Too invested in their friends' opinions. What do you think about this one?
I'm gonna say a red flag.
Okay.
Um, I think it's one thing to hear your friends out, but if they invest in the opinions and act on them, I feel like you need to learn to think and act for yourself.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think. Like an example, let's say I had a recent fight with my partner. He stayed the night somewhere so we could both cool down. And let's say all of his friends are saying, "Man, you guys should just break up. You should just break up with her. Like, this might happen, like, all the time. Like, she needs to get stuff straightened first. Like, I don't think it's you, guy. I think you just, you need to cut it loose." And then he says, like, "Yeah, I talked to my friends and I think we have to break up." Like, there's a difference between your friends voicing concerns and opinions but I don't think you need to take them to heart, and I don't think you need to act on them all the time. If you cannot hear people's opinions and come up with your own, I think there's an issue.
Yeah. See, I absolutely agree with that one. I think there's obviously, in my opinion, a difference. It depends on the relationship you have. Let's say your relationship is super toxic and it's not. Oof, this is kind of a touchy subject. I know it is, and maybe
What, at me?
no.
Oh, I didn't know if you're trying to
Um,
give me a warning. I was like, thank you.
no. I just mean that in this case, sometimes it depends on the relationship itself. Some relationships, it doesn't require that. Sometimes you get in an argument and you're just like, I need space,
Mhm.
time to think it over, and then we can discuss it when we're both calm. And then they go to their friends, and all their friends are like, "Oh, break up, break up, break up, break up, break up," and it's over something super simple. But
Mhm.
let's say this is like the most recent example I can think of. Um, you are dating somebody, and this person has been treating you horridly, and they know all your friends, they're involved with all your friends, and then you find out that some of your friends are getting treated horridly by this guy that you are with, and he's also treating you horribly, and then he acts different in public and does all these different things, and you confide in your friends. Sometimes your friends are going to see that moment of where they are going to have to tell you that you should probably leave a guy.
Mhm.
There's it has to be like, obviously, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. It depends on the person and the relationship itself, and if it's like, I think if I was having a disagreement with my partner and it was kind of a serious disagreement, um and I decided to get my friends' opinions on it, and I went, what should I do? But then I took their opinion so seriously that I went off and was like, based all of my decisions solely on what they said,
Mhm.
I got issues. I got issues. What
So
the
here's
fuck?
a tissue.
So, but when it is a relationship in which the other person is so, uh, I would say, horrible, in a situation like that, I think having a friend's opinion like that does help. In fact, that has saved me so many times. Sometimes
Yeah.
I wish I listened to my friends.
Yeah, I think in that aspect, I think definitely opinions please come, but it's just a matter of that person taking the opinions or not. But
Yeah.
so that's like a deeper, like, yeah, that's like a green flag, especially if you're prone to relationships like that. Sometimes your
Yeah.
friends' opinions they mean a lot to you.
Yeah.
Like, mind you, my friends' opinions mean a lot in that aspect, but let's say you and I are going to the movies and I want to go see the space one, you're like, "No, that sounds lame. Let's go see that one." I'm like, "Your opinion sucks. I'm gonna go see the space one." But like, if your
Yeah.
friends are their opinions on like which sports team to root for, which place is better to go eat, which bar you should like, at some point, it's okay to disagree with your friends. If you cannot have differing opinions and find common ground, that's not a friendship. I'm sorry.
No. It's also not a relationship either.
Mm-mm.
So,
All right. All right. Red or green flag regularly goes to the clubs.
ooh. This one depends. Am I going with you?
Okay, you could say that. Like, if you guys go together and that's your thing, that's different.
Yeah.
Let's say they love going to the club, and let's say sometimes you don't go with them.
Yeah.
Like, their version of going out is always clubbing.
Yeah. I think it just depends on you as a person and the person you were dating.
Mhm.
Like, I know somebody who loves going clubbing. Like, clubbing is fun. It can be fun. But, you know, if it were me in this situation and I wasn't going, I would just want to know that my partner is safe.
Mhm.
Um, like, doesn't matter. Like, I just want to know that you're okay and that, um, I honestly, I guess that's really all I care about if they're safe
Yeah.
or not. Because sometimes clubs can be, I think, a little pushy, a little dangerous. You know, bad things can happen, and bad things can happen quick. So I would want to know, just like send me a few updates while you out. Send me
Mhm.
pictures. Like I want to know. But I think personally, I don't think this is a red or green flag. I think this is kind of in the middle. But like, as long as you're being safe and that we get to go together, we chill. It's a green flag for me.
Yeah. Whereas, okay, I don't like clubbing. I tried it in my early 20s. I thought it was disgusting. I don't
Yeah.
find it. I find it very sensory overload too.
Like,
It's not appealing to me.
yeah.
It's now if you want to go to like DJ emo night or like disco night, I'm in. Let's go. But if we're talking about traditional clubbing, I this is just my opinion. No one has to agree with it. I think people who go to a club are looking for something.
Yeah.
I have heard too many tragic stories of people going to clubs and they cheat or get cheated on. And I just feel like the club environment, it's one of those people don't care if you're in a relationship or not.
Yeah.
Like people are there for something. That could be validation, to escape from something, to leave home with someone, anything. I think you can judge a person based on the environments they go to a lot.
Yeah.
And if you regularly go to the club, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you want to go drinking? Let's have a party at the house. Or let's go to a rooftop bar and drink.
Yeah.
You want to dance? Let's go someplace that has music and dance. Like, why does it have to be a club? And
It's very true.
I also didn't know if it meant like night clubbing or like a strip club. I
Ooh.
didn't know which one it meant. Either way,
See,
I'm a red flag on both.
yeah, I think strip club is different. I think if you I guess I'm also kind of divided on the strip club because it's like sometimes it's like how funny would it be if we went to a strip club? That's what Ender and
Like
I
us? Or
yeah.
like oh, that's
No,
different.
like if
That's
us went, like that would be funny. If me and my partner went, I think depending on our relationship and how confident we are in each other, I think it would be hilarious.
oh yeah, if
Um,
it's a mutual thing, who cares? That's your thing. Some
yeah,
couples do go to like clubs and they do that. But for me, I would find it disrespectful if my partner went to a strip club.
yeah, no,
That's
obviously,
just a personal thing.
if my partner was just like going to the strip club and like I didn't fucking know about it, like, no,
Like
especially
you
like regularly, even
yeah,
if I did know about it, like I would
you
find
can
that
call
very
me a
disrespectful.
prude, but people who do that for bachelor and bachelorette parties, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like I will straight out tell my partner, if you do that for your bachelor party and one you lie to me about it or you're honest with me about it, I'm probably going to call off the wedding until we have a talk.
yeah,
For me, it just seems disrespectful and distasteful. That's just my opinion.
yeah.
Especially when they get physical with them, I
Mhm.
kind of see that as a light form of cheating because you're touching another woman
Yeah.
who's not me, you're giving them money, And it's nothing against the girls. I'm talking about the guys who go there. The
Yeah.
girls are just doing their job. Men go in there with a conscience. That's just my opinion. I would get very, very upset if my partner went to any kind of club.
Yeah.
I mean, once in a while, if you're with like your friends and I trust you, it's different. But if you regularly go to the clubs, I kind of take issue with that. We can find alternatives. Especially if we're like at the age we are now, we're closer to 30 than like 21. Like, no, we gotta
Yeah.
let's age it up, guys. Let's age it up.
That's no, absolutely. I agree. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Here's a good one. Not introducing you to their circle/family like early on.
If it's early on, I don't mind. It's if I'm a secret or kept hidden, I mind.
Yeah.
Because for me, we need to be dating for a little bit for me to consider you meeting my parents. My
Yeah.
parents are very important, special to me. I need to know that you're serious about it and this isn't some joke to you.
Yeah.
So I don't mind not introducing early on. It's more so if I find out that they don't know about me at all,
Yeah.
or I'm a secret, that's when I take issue.
Yeah, because like why am I a secret? What's wrong? Why am I a secret? I think
Yeah,
it like obviously this depends on like the families. Like sometimes people are estranged from their families, but this is like if you are close to your family and then you don't say anything, like what in the world?
yeah, like you can simply say, I started seeing someone, and if they pull out the whole, when do we get to meet them? I'd be like, I'd be like, soon, like in a like it's going on our own time, like.
Yeah. But I think, sometimes some people don't say anything. And I would like if your parents knew about me. That's what seems polite. Otherwise, it kind of feels like, why am I being hidden?
Yeah,
Are you
that's when it's
ashamed of
definitely
me?
that's when it's a red flag. One, because they're not. It almost feels like they're ashamed to say it.
Yeah,
Like it shouldn't. If it matters so much to what you think your family will think, then don't get into a relationship at all.
exactly.
So I don't mind waiting to meet people. I find that kind of pleasant,
Yeah,
but it's the if they don't know about me type of thing that I take issue with.
yeah, exactly. No, I absolutely agree on that front. Because again, I don't have to restate it, but like, why are we hiding me? What's wrong?
Yeah, and if it's early on, you're still getting to know your partner.
Yeah,
If this was like, let's say a year into dating, yeah, that's definitely a red flag.
yeah,
But if we're just getting into the groove of things, let's have our alone time and then let's move up to, hey, meet some of my friends, and then slowly build up to like, here are my parents and here's
yeah.
some of my family.
Like it depends on how far we are into a relationship. Like I know somebody, it's like, ooh, I told my dad. I'm like, dang, you only knew this person for like this long, and you're already saying that. Like, this is the kind of talk I would expect out of somebody who's been dating for much longer than that.
Yeah, and I also need to make sure that I would think they would be respectful enough to meet my parents.
Exactly.
That's another big thing. Like maybe I'm just seeing through honey-colored glasses at you. So
Yeah,
I need some time to make sure that if I were to take you home, I wouldn't have to worry about anything.
yeah, and like be respectful of my family as well.
Mhm.
Like that, if you're coming in and then being like, oh, I hate this person, I hate this friend, or I hate this person in your family, or your mom, or your dad, or your grandma, or your grandfather, or your brother. Like, it doesn't, I'm not going to like you. At that point, you might as well exit yourself out of the equation. So sorry.
One flight back home, please, solo.
Like, I'll pay for your ticket home. Don't worry. Like,
I'll pay for the Uber because I'm not driving you.
like
Um,
I much rather would not deal with that.
mm-mm.
It's not fair to me or my family.
Ooh, this one believes in tough love.
Mm. I think this is another one where it's like it depends on the situation. You know, in what way are we talking about tough love?
Yeah, I'm like looking it up just to make sure I have it correct. Oh, okay. A disciplinary approach combining firm boundaries with care to foster accountability and positive change, often by refusing to enable self-destructive behaviors.
Yeah. Now, I like that. I love tough love. And I think it depends in the context, you know? Um
I think there's some good pros and cons. Like I'm reading some of the cons it can have on people.
yeah.
I think I think given my past, it would make me feel ashamed and also maybe could be used as an excuse for abusive behavior, manipulation, or expressing anger rather than genuine care.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Mhm.
In that it kind of depends because who is your partner?
Exactly.
How is this tough love being put out?
I think it depends level of trust.
Yeah.
Cuz again, it could be seen as you coming off more disrespectful and causing more harm than good.
Yeah.
Um I know trying to think of a good example. Like let's say I'm with a partner and there's this one troubled family member that keeps coming in and out and they keep giving them chances and they keep getting disappointed. At some point I would have to tell them, "Listen, we know this pattern by now. They're going to keep doing it. They're not going to stop until someone stands up."
Exactly.
Like, you know what's gonna happen the next time you do this. You're gonna be disappointed, sad again. I would
Yeah.
I would either talk to them about this or I would set firm boundaries with them.
Yeah.
So I think that type of tough love is great. You're recognizing stuff that your partner might be in denial about or might not feel brave enough to face.
Yeah.
But like let's say I don't know, let's say you might be a bit of an emotional person
Yeah.
and you kind of get sad easily. And let's say that they say to you, you need to stop being a baby all the time. You need to grow up.
Mm. Mm.
Like that comes off a little bit aggressive.
Yeah.
Whereas the first example, it was coming from a place of love. The second one's coming from what sounds like a place of annoyance, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on how much you trust this person and if you think they have your best interest.
Yeah. Cuz sometimes
But
they may not.
so I would say for right now, I'd see it as a red flag just because I think sometimes people don't know how to display tough love correctly.
Yeah.
I think some people do use it as a form of aggression, unfortunately, from what I've experienced.
Yeah.
Like, there's no helpful solution. It's just you're this and that, or you need to stop this and that because of so and so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Personally, this one's always a red flag for me.
It should be.
Poor hygiene.
Nope, sorry. We live in a booming, accessible economy. There is no reason why you should smell or have hygienic issues.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No excuse for it.
It like I get, listen. Now, this is where this is a hot take.
Oh gosh.
At least I think so. And it does have to do with mental health. Sometimes people with depression just don't have the energy to ever get out of bed or do simple tasks.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
And sometimes those people end up with really dirty rooms, teeth, hair. Sometimes they don't take showers for weeks, and it's awful living that way, you know. And unfortunately, I lived that way for a long time. It was not fun. It
Yeah,
sucked.
but that's
Um,
excusable. I'm talking about the mother effers who think it's okay to go a few days without showering, who don't brush their teeth regularly, who don't use deodorant.
yeah, and they're just like, nah, it's fine. Like the people who do it just because they don't want to, not because they don't have the energy. These people don't like them. So sorry, will not, can't do it.
No, I'm sorry. It's an established red flag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like,
um
mm,
mm-mm. Being push and pull. So
okay,
that typically means, let's say one week they're very affectionate and loving and
yeah,
daunting on you, and then the next week they're very distant, cold, reserved, and it keeps repeating
oh,
like that. Like they're not consistent.
okay, yeah. I like consistency. So sorry for the people out there who don't. Apparently, um, I
Yeah.
prefer consistency in my life where I know what I'm getting into. I like a schedule. I like to have plans. I'm autistic, okay? I can't sit here and entertain people who don't have fucking plans, okay? Like, are we gonna do this or what?
Yeah, no, I that too, but at some point that has to start messing with your head.
Yeah,
Like, I get it. Obviously, as adults, there are going to be some weeks where we have more free time and we're busier than others.
yeah,
That's reasonable. But if you kind of notice a pattern, like you're very loving and affectionate this time, and then like it seems like next week you're the opposite. That's when it becomes an issue.
yeah.
When there's like
It's
no factors getting in the way, it's just you, then there's a problem.
yeah. It's like, okay, this needs to be a two-way street. And right now it's a one-way and we are barreling down the wrong way.
That, and I love it if a partner came out to me and said, "Hey, I know you've been a bit busy, but can I get a hug or like can we cuddle tonight?" Absolutely. Because there are
Exactly.
times, like if I'm in a writing zone, sometimes I will even ignore myself.
Yeah.
So sometimes it does take someone to come snap me out of it. And that is very
Yeah,
unfortunate, but it's like anyone with their career, they get so passionate into it. Sometimes you just need that
exactly.
communication, like, "Hey, I know you're busy with this and that, but like I haven't seen you in a while. Can I like, at least have a hug? Can we make time out of the day tomorrow maybe to talk and just catch up?" Like, but if you're not doing that, that's when it becomes an issue for me, at least.
Yeah. It it needs to be equal, you know, in that way. It's like you can't just like tug around your partner like they're some toy, you know?
Mhm.
They have feelings and wants too. And I think being able to understand that and communicate that is great to have in a partner.
Mhm.
And I think not being able to do that is awful. So, dark and cruel humor.
Listen, I don't mind dark humor here and there. I think there's a time and a place for it, though.
Yeah.
I am the type of person, if something sad's happening or like a sad event occurred, making me laugh is not going to help me.
Yeah.
I need that comfort. I'm sorry. It's one of those things where you have to be able to read the room and know your partner. When's the right
Exactly.
moment to give this dark humor? Like send a dark meme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's all the time, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I'm actually I can't even use this example because they'll know who they are. Um but like I have people in my life who it doesn't matter what happens in my life. That is always their first reaction is to come with me with these dark jokes. And it's like, I don't want that. Maybe I want you to be nice to me. And sometimes at this point, it's almost cruel. It's
Mhm.
like you're doing it to make me feel bad. And you are getting joy out of my suffering. That's like, okay, when does it end? Where's the line drawn? And for these
Yeah.
people, it's never.
Yeah, and we both make fun of each other all the time because we just do. We have a
Yeah,
healthy relationship, but it's like someone trying to keep making jokes about things that happen to us, that stuff that we don't joke about. That's when it kind of becomes, it's not really
yeah,
funny to us, but and it's not us being sensitive. It's we just don't find what happened to us funny.
exactly.
Like, you can try to make a dark like, joke out of it, but at the end of the day, to us, it might not be funny, and it might not land with us.
Yeah. Like I think at some point respect needs to be had. And
Yeah.
there is none in this case.
Yeah, and sometimes your humor with your friends can be different than when your partner. That can
Yeah.
always happen, that's fine, like, you might notice, "I don't think my partner likes this kind of humor, I'll save it for my friends who do."
Yeah.
Because 'Cause I've done that before, and it's never been an issue, but
Yeah.
it's when you know your partner doesn't like it and you consistently do it to them still, and they're kinda like, "Eh." If
Like
anything, you're kinda
that's
irritating me, like
yeah. That's where it just is not nice and it's
Yeah.
cruel and unusual. It a line needs to be drawn in the sand somewhere, and for some reason that line is not being respected or drawn.
Mhm. Alright, let's see. Close with their family.
Mm, okay. I have mixed um feelings on this.
Okay.
So you see it in media and it's like, oh my god, the moms that treat their son like their partner
Oh, like, I love a
more than their
mama's boy.
son. Yeah,
Ugh.
the mama's boys hate them because it's like they get weirdly jealous when their son goes to marry, and it's like for some reason it's I hate it. I hate it, and it's I don't like people who have that kind of closeness with their family, especially if the other person entertains it.
Yeah, if it's borderline inappropriate, then yeah, it's a no-no.
Yeah, because it can get like imagine you get married to your husband or I'm gonna say husband for this um and your like mother-in-law is treating you horridly and like maybe even tried to convince him to not marry you, or even tried to take over your wedding.
Or goes on the honeymoon with you.
Yeah. What, like at that point, I would rather not deal with that. And if your partner isn't willing to admit this is a problem, then it's over. Can't do it. Like, I'm not going to family dinners to be harassed by my mother-in-law or, soon to be, or even just my partner's parents. Doesn't matter the relationship I have with them. What matters is that I'm being treated like shit.
Yeah, I think that goes into a pet peeve of mine. It's even with my family too. It doesn't have to be just my partner's family, but when
Yeah.
family comes unannounced and they either
Mm,
just walk in or obsessively ring the doorbell or call you like, "Hey, I'm outside your front door, open for me." Like
yeah.
I I don't like the sudden, "Here I am."
Like, let me in. I
I do,
hate that.
I need a notice. I'm sorry. I don't like the spontaneous, "Well, I'm here now." What if I had plans? What if I'm not there?
Yeah.
What if I'm doing something?
It's like, I think this also goes into if you are going to see your friends and then you surprise them by showing up, it's like, okay, oh my god. I'm a very busy person. I work a lot and I don't work from home. I work out of other people's homes. You can't come with me to work, you know? It's just
No.
not how it is. So, I'm sorry if you think that you're going to come with me to work. Stay home. I'm so sorry. Make plans with me and say that you want to come visit, and I'm going to be more excited to meet you at the airport and be involved in the planning instead of you showing up at my house at 5 in the afternoon on a Wednesday afternoon wondering, "Hey, I'm here, open the door."
What?
Like, I love, it can be nice sometimes, but it depends on the family. Like, sometimes you see these videos on TikTok of like these kids visiting their parents, but like the ones that I like the most is where originally the kid could not come out for this certain holiday or this birthday or whatever, and then the schedule gets changed, or maybe they lied or something, and then they show up anyways.
Mhm.
The plans have already been made. Nothing's going to change in that matter because, you know, at that point, like, it's a holiday. You have the
Mhm.
holidays off sometimes. Some people do, some people don't. But um in that case, it's a slightly different matter. Like, you know what their schedule looks like. But if you're going into it blind, couldn't do it. No.
No.
Wouldn't catch me doing that or having anybody else do that to me. I'd be like, go home.
Just close the door. No one's here. Turn the front porch light off. No one's home.
Like, sorry, I will
Mm,
not be hanging out with you.
I would like for them to be close with their family. I think seeing how someone interacts with their family shows who they be as a family man or
Yeah,
woman. Um, so like if a partner came up to me and said, "Hey, just to let you know, I'm like close with my family. If there's any outings, I go to them. I go to so and
yeah,
so's recitals." I'm fine with that. I don't mind that.
yeah. That's
It's
okay.
when we no longer have our own time, our time becomes everyone's time. Like there
Yeah,
has to be moments dedicated to alone time.
exactly.
Like I don't mind if you are a family person. I love that about you. But if I notice we no longer have time or you purposely don't make time for just the two of us, that's when it gets to be a bit annoying. And then
Yeah.
sometimes you try to voice that and they take that as, "So you don't like my family?" No, I don't like it that we don't have time for us. I love
Ex-
if I don't like your family, I wouldn't go with you to events. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm not someone that pretends just, for the fun of it. Like, that's someone's family. That's important to them.
Yeah. Like I love a family man. Like I have no issues with family men. That's perfect. Um I guess I have no issues with this one except for it depends on the closeness in particular.
Yeah, I'd say green flag unless you're like from the show I Love a Mama's Boy, then that's a red flag. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like that point, mm-mm.
Sorry. No, thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay. This is the last one, I think. Has a tendency to be late all the time.
No, sorry. Red flag. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. I think I mentioned this earlier. I'm autistic. I like having schedule and patterns and being able to know when things are happening. If you are going to be late to everything, you are not coming with me fucking anywhere. In fact, you can leave.
You're
And
on my
let's see
list
how
now.
late I know you're going to be late getting home to your parents' house after I kick you out, but I don't care.
See, like if I have a friend who's always late and they text me letting me know, I can let it slide a bit. If I have a partner who's just constantly late and doesn't learn from their mistakes, I'm sorry. We gotta change that.
Yeah.
I'm someone who arrives 30 minutes before a movie. I'm someone that goes 2.5 hours before my flight takes off. Like we
Yeah.
gotta get some hustle in those steps.
Exactly.
I'm sorry,
Like
like no. And honestly, that shows that you don't respect me in a way.
exactly. It's like I want to and it's like no, we have time. Like can we do shut up, please. I like to have a schedule. Like it makes me more comfortable that we are on time. Like I have seen some big fights break out over planning and scheduling and being late to places. Like I see it all the time and it's awful. I don't want it to be me and I won't let it.
Well, because at some point you have to think now they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like if it's like the sixth time, I'm gonna sit down with you and be like, I can't tell if you're doing this on purpose or if you generally don't understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, we need to fix it now because now I'm finding it a bit disrespectful and it's making me angry towards you.
Exactly. Like the fuck, my guy.
Do better.
Like I've had people in my life like that where they were late all the time. Or if they just seem to like not care about my time and me as a person. If you are going to be late to everything or even I'm sorry, not respect my schedule in the day, I don't respect you as a person either. Because that shows me that you don't care about other people. I think I would rather be mauled by a bear.
Okay. That seems like a great place to end it.
Oh my goodness.
We will see everyone back next week and maybe we will do our conspiracy episode next week.
Yay.
Ooh. All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye.